Hi everyone, how we all doing today? From today's topic, I just want to talk about housemaid. As you can see, housemaid palaver. So in recent times, like a couple of weeks now, I've heard about two cases of people who lost their lives by the hand of their domestic staff. We call them housemaid in Nigeria, majorly, and probably majorly in Africa. So, and this is really a very sad occurrence and happened twice now. We've also had so many cases of, housemaids abusing the children and all sorts. But this is really just sad. And I thought to share even with my own experience. And I also like to know from everyone viewing what your experiences have been and what your experiences have been generally about housemaids. So in Nigeria, twice now I've heard about housemaids killing their employers, and the one that really struck me is a woman that just celebrated her birthday, and she had a lot of visitors, family, friends coming from far and wide to celebrate with her. It was a very joyous event. They spread her lots of money and all. But the group of domestic staff that she had, I'm sure started from one person, then one person talking to the others, and then they all planned to kill her just because they wanted to raid her of money and the good things that were gifted her. And from what I gathered, I could see that it's not like this woman has not been good to them or not even paying them well, but out of not being content, out of greed, and out of just wanting more than they can have, they decided to kill this woman. It's really sad. I'll be sharing my own experience. I've had lots of house help living with us while I was young. My mom she's a fashion designer, and she always had a need of help at one point or the other, even while we were growing up. So, but we had different ones. I know that she couldn't keep up with this housemaid because whenever before she gets any housemaid, she would always pray for a good one, and then they will bring one. Two occasions that I can really remember. One of them, one of the housemaid, she came around and she was doing things well, anyways. But each time we go out, maybe to an event or to greet people, party, anything, if we just leave our pairs of shoes maybe at the door or something, let's assume we went to greet people. Whenever we are coming back, when she will never find a leg, the second leg of our slippers, she will never find it. And it kept going on even at home. When we are at home, it's always missing. One thing is always missing, like every single time. And it got so bad that my mom was wondering that what exactly is going on. And what we just found out was that maybe the village where she's coming from or are people there, they don't want her to stay with us. So that's why one of shoes were just getting missing at all times. So we eventually she had to go back to our village. Another one that we had, she always had a very bad odor, like a very bad smell. When she came, taught her hygiene, using roll-on deodorant and all. But even at that, she was just always thinking, always thinking that we couldn't keep up with it. It was really bad. At the end of the day, we still had to, send her off. And other occasions as well, they will always get on my mom's nerves. Probably, she was not just able to keep up with the attitude and all. So it was just not working well for us. I remember at that time I was still quite young, but I was early in my secondary school days, and even when I was way younger as well. So at some point, we never had any house help again, and we're doing things by ourselves. So when I got married, I made up my mind that I was not going to do anything else. And thankfully, my husband also had the same mindset with me that we can do. He's also very hands-on. So we just made up our mind that we were not going to do anything else. But I remember back in Nigeria when I gave birth to my son, somebody offered to bring an house help for us to help us with the chores and everything. And we had to say, no, thank you so much. We can do our chores by ourselves just because of the different gory stories that we hear and so many things going on with these housemaid issues. So we spent 2 years in Nigeria married, and then we came to the UK. And we even then realized that in the UK it's very difficult with support. If you can even easily afford an house help back there in Nigeria, it's not very affordable here. It's way expensive. Childcare is expensive, let alone bringing somebody into your own apartment to live with you, and then you are paying them. It's way expensive, and people that are domestic staff here are really earning a lot. So many people cannot even afford that. But we're able to live our lives and we're able to adjust perfectly to life here because 2 years back in Nigeria, we were used to doing things ourselves. So I'm very sure for people that have always been using house help in Nigeria, when they get here, they will not be able to cope and adjust because they have been used to people doing one thing or the other for them. So I'm just really worried about things going on basically around this house help palaver. Like, is it really worth it having house help? Is it really worth it bringing people into your own apartment to live with you? Because the heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can know it? Sometimes you show them so much love and so much affection, do a lot of things for them, but they still at the end of the day come back to bite the hands that feed them. So do you actually think it is worth it to harbor house help into your own apartment, paying them to keep the house for you, to sleep with you in your own apartment, you know, seeing the different stories that is going on around these days? So many of them abuse the children, many of them are killing their employers and all sorts. So do you really think it is worth it? Would you rather do this and live in fear of you don't know what tomorrow holds, or you don't even know what their mindset is towards you, or you don't even know what they might plan for you tomorrow? Or would you just do things on your own? Or would you rather just pay them to come physically do what they need to do and go that same day, and not paying them to stay in your house, like to keep the house for you in that sense? Please let me know in the comment section if you have any experiences around these things, if you have any form of experience about this, and what you think, if it is really, if it's really a great idea keeping ourselves in the house. It's a painful loss, for people that have lost their lives due to house help, for people that their children have been molested due to house help, and so many other bad stories out there. But in my own opinion, I think it's just way better to do things, learn to do things yourself, no matter how. And if at all you will be needing one, then get their services, let them come do what they need to do and go out. So they're not involved in your life outside the work. They're not involved in your family. They don't know what is going on in your family. They don't know when you get new things, where jealousy or anything comes and breed in. They just come, do their job, and leave. So please, guys, let me know what you think about this. Thank you so much for my 1,000 and more community members. I am so grateful. I am so grateful for your love, for your support towards this little girl. Thank you so much. And if you're new to this channel, thank you so much for visiting. I hope you like this channel, and I hope that you like and you subscribe. Please do well to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. And until I see you in my next video, have an amazing week. Bye for now.